It's time to create with another Smart Art box, and let's see what supplies they gave us today. We have brushes, 2 pens. This one's just a regular black brush pen, and this one is a white multi-line. Some of my favorite watercolor paper, and I love this size. It makes a perfect little gift size. Then we have the mystery package in bubble wrap. These are aqua inks, so they are watercolor ink, 3 primaries, which I love when they give me primers, because when you have your 3 primary colors, you can make all the colors. Then oh, this is big. What is this? It's a huge kit. So first, the most beautiful water brush pen ever. I love this minty color. Then I don't even know what these are. Oh, they're gelatos. Okay, so it's kind of like a crayon that's water soluble, and lots of fun colors. Look at those. Aren't those great? I thought it was a picture frame, but it's rubbery. I've never seen something like this before, like a silicone palette. I really like it, and it's that minty green color too. So I'm assuming that with all of these art supplies, we are doing watercolors. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. The first thing I'm going to do is to sketch out my design, and for that I'm going to use my color pencil, and this is a special one. It's a Pilot Color Enos erasable pencil. So they come in lots of different colors. They're a mechanical pencil. Love them. Some of my favorite things to sketch with, because sometimes you just don't feel like drawing with gray or just a normal pencil. I was inspired to create a piece with something with antlers, and so I kind of had inspiration to do kind of a forest spirit with antlers and decor, and kind of have her hidden in a tree forest. So that's what I'm going with. To ink her in, I'm going to go ahead and use the Faber-Castell brush pen that they gave me in the pack. And this one is has a really fine brush nib, but with a brush nib, you can get your thick to thin line. It's really easy to get a thick line with a little bit of pressure. So to get these super fine lines, I am just like barely touching the paper. I'm just kind of skifting the tip of the brush across the surface of the paper, and it gives me that nice thin line. And then in places that I want some darker, I'll push down a little bit harder on the pen. Now it is time to jump into color, my favorite thing. I love color, and I'm really excited to try out these gelato, they look like lipstick tubes to me. And I'm going to go ahead and just scrub the colors onto the silicone tray, and then use them as a palette. In previous videos, when I've gotten some of these before, I have applied them directly to the paper and then added water on top of them. And it works fine. Sometimes the color's a little bit harsh, and if the paper has a texture to it, sometimes you can see the texture. So I want to try this method out and see if I like it better applying wet paint instead of just the product straight to the paper first. And I want to make this kind of cool, muted toned background, but you'll see I'll throw in a few little colors. So I threw in some yellow in there along with a little bit of green and the kind of brownish smudgy color I made. And now I want to try out these water soluble inks, and I'm going to go ahead and mix my green. I want a really deep, vibrant forest green, and let me tell you, this blue is so potent. I just took a little bit and mixed it with a bunch of yellow, and it just gave me this super dark green color. And I want to make her hair this green color. I don't know if anyone has seen it, but in Fantasia 2000, I think it's the last cartoon in that movie. Was it the Song of the Firebird? Anyway, there's this little forest sprite. She's really beautiful. She's got like this green hair with vines in her hair and all that, and I was kind of inspired by wanting to do her, but I didn't want to make her skin green, so I'm keeping her skin very pale, kind of like the color of a birch tree almost. And to shade a very light colored object, you have to use like blues and purples and things like that to kind of add your shading to that. So I use the gelatos mixed with a little bit of blue and that kind of smudgy color that I mixed up for the background. I kind of pulled that together, and then just very carefully dotted in the pink lips. This part's a little creepy. I wanted to give her doe eyes, like really dark, big eyes. And I ended up just painting them all black, which gives her this kind of lifeless doll look, which is kind of creepy. But don't worry, at the very end I do add some white shine with the white paint pen that they gave us, and it brings the life back into it. But for a good portion of this video we have the soulless eyes. So I decided in this video not to do a lot of time lapse. I tend to just speed through the paintings because these paintings can take hours to do, and I want to show you the whole process. But I thought maybe instead of doing that, I'll just show you little clips as I progress along. And let me know if you have an opinion. But sometimes watching time lapse can kind of overwhelm my senses or something. It kind of makes me a little dizzy. I'm moving into liking just little snippets of things, and I can see how it's pulled together. Of course, with a tutorial, then I would show every single step, but if I'm just showing an overall creation of the piece, I kind of like this setup a little bit better. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you prefer time-lapse to see everything, or would you like to, or you like this kind of where you see real-time snippets, but maybe spread out a little bit? So the last thing I wanted to add was some markings on her face, maybe some more kind of tribal look. And so I decided to do that with that blue because I think it would really pop out the color. Originally I was thinking about doing it with green, but I wanted to make it look like it's something that she added to her face. So as I said, I added some shine to her eyes, and a little bit to the area around her dress and her hair to kind of add a little sparkle going on there, but I think she's just about done. Overall, I enjoyed this box. Even though I am an avid watercolor, I have a lot of watercolor tools, I have some products here that I've never tried before, so I really enjoyed it. Especially loved the silicone matte. If you're interested in finding out more about Smart Art Box, you can follow the link. I'll put that in the description box below so you can check them out and see if there's something you'd be interested in trying out. Anyway guys, thanks for hanging out with me in this video. I look forward to reading your guys' comments. As always, God bless you guys, keep being awesome and creative, and we'll see you in the next art video. Bye bye!